So good. Hey everyone, welcome back and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I wanted to do more of a kind of like sit down and chat videos. I know you guys really like those. So I figured it's time for a new one. My last one was about being single and societal pressure about male validation. So if you want to watch that, click here somewhere. But today I thought I'd address another topic that I personally find really important right now. If you're an active viewer on my channel, which by the way, thank you so much if you are, you know that I really like to make glow up videos. I always talk about glow up, glowing up, growing, transforming myself, everything. And I literally have 2 videos on my channel about glowing up externally where I just go to do a bunch of different beauty treatments. I get my nails done, my hair, my facial, I get pedicure, etc., etc., etc. Everything externally, physically on my body to look better. And don't get me wrong, I love filming videos like that. I love watching videos like that. I love transformation glow ups where one person changes their appearance because they don't feel like themselves anymore. I'm all about that. Okay, I love transforming. I love reinventing myself physically. I'm also really an advocate for reinventing yourself internally. So an inner glow up. And I personally think an inner glow up is even more important than an external glow up. Because yes, those beauty treatments and all the things you can do to change your appearance, they will bring you happiness and you will probably feel good in yourself, in your body for some kind of time, but those things are only temporarily, because if you don't do the inner work, you're not going to change. It's like you can escape from your problem, but it will always follow if you do not address it. That's why we're talking about inner glow up today. Just you reinventing yourself, transforming yourself, growing as a person internally, something that you cannot buy with any money in the world. You have to face your own thoughts, your shadow self, and you have to do shadow work in order to grow as a person and connect to your higher self. Be the person you always want to be. This is not something you can achieve with physical things. If you want to be in a physical realm, you will only get physical results. If you want to get results in the spirit realm, you have to do the process in the spirit realm, and you have to do things that require inner work. So me personally, when I think about my past self, I always really tried to transform myself. At that time, I didn't really know what a glow up is or what a transformation is. I didn't even know anything, okay? I just know that I was at a really low point in my life and I wanted to get better. I didn't want to stay miserable my whole life. When I was a kid, I had a dream version of myself that I wanted to achieve. I tried to take as many steps to do that. I think I can say right now, I feel like I am the dream version of my little inner child, which I'm really proud of. But of course, I also right now have a dream version that I want to achieve that, I am not right now. Your dream version can change over time. Your goals can change over time. But if you want to really connect to the highest form of yourself, then here are some tips and tricks that I did for myself to, really elevate my life and really bring more positivity into my life. Because when I was young, I was really depressed, severely depressed, to the point where I didn't find enjoyment in anything. I hated everything. No, I didn't even say I hated everything. I just felt numb. I didn't have any feelings, barely any. I was not in a good headspace, but it took a lot of work to get out of there. And even then, when I got older, I still had my low points where I really lost touch with myself. I really lost touch with what I believe in. Like when I was in university, I was always studying. I was trying to become an auditor. For some reason, I suddenly had the urge to become an auditor. So I was studying accounting the whole time, when in reality, I hated accounting. I hated it. But I still did it because I thought that's what everyone expects from me. And that's the first mistake you make. You listen to other people instead of listening to yourself. Everyone in your environment tells you what you have to be, and you adapt that mindset. You lose touch with yourself, and somehow you make yourself believe that you actually enjoy the things that society wants you to do. Sometimes it's right, like sometimes you actually like doing stuff that society tells you to do or that people in your environment tell you you should do. Sometimes you like that. It's totally fine. But you always have to listen to yourself first and be true to yourself. I know it sounds very easy, but it's actually really hard because sometimes we don't even know what we want because we've been programmed from society, from everyone, online, social media, everything, on what we should achieve, what we should strive for, especially if it's something that is unconventional, something that not a lot of people do, something that is considered like weird. We don't know that we want to do it. So I would really suggest the first thing you do if you want to transform yourself, if you want to connect to yourself, is to get to know yourself. Who are you? What kind of person are you? What do you like? And what do you want to be actually, without any pressure from your outside? So let's say for career, if money was not an option, if you could have any career in the world where money did not matter, what would you be? And when you think about these things, I want you to write it down, take a journal, take a piece of paper, open your notes app, wherever, write it down what you think. I want you to also think about your inner child. Think about what you wanted to be when you were a child. When we were children, we were in our purest form. We came into this world without any environmental pressure on us, without any societal pressure onto us, whether it's a good or bad pressure. Most of the time when we were kids, we have dreams. We dream big because we don't know what real life is like. We don't know what we should strive for. So we dream everything. We want to become a singer. We want to become a painter. We want to become an archaeologist. So many things. Whatever we want to be, not just career-wise. We play instruments. We do sports. All these things we slowly forget over time because daily life becomes so mundane and we prioritize different things. It's totally fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's, I think, where we kind of lose touch with ourselves over time. And I want you to really go back in time, but also really go within yourself. Is that inner child somewhere in you? Is that little spark, little dream that you always dreamed about somewhere inside of you? If it is, write it down. Be honest with yourself. You can say everything. You can write down everything. No one's gonna judge you. You know, your journal, your notes app, your piece of paper, whatever it is your safe zone. Okay? Once you are kind of familiar with yourself, maybe some of you guys who are watching this video right now are already familiar with themselves. They know who you are, or you kind of have an idea of who you are. Personally, me, I sometimes don't even know who I am. I kind of have an idea, but I'm like not truly, I don't know 100% who I am. I mean, I think no one truly knows who you are unless you reached that point in your life where you're just filled with joy and fulfillment and whatever it is. But anyway, those people are not watching my video right now. And once you know who you are and what you want to be, you have to take steps of action, how to change that. What does the daily life of the best version of you look like? Does she wake up in the morning or does she wake up in the afternoon? Does she eat breakfast or does she skip breakfast? You know, think about all these small little steps and write them down. Or you don't have to write down all the small steps because maybe that's too much at first, but just write down some habits that you wanna work on, that you want to implement in your life, and maybe also write down some habits that you really want to get rid of. For example, me, I always I struggle with this still, but I always wake up very late, like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Today I woke up at 11:30 and it was a whole ass achievement for me. I really want to get better at it. I really want to wake up early because I just hate waking up and feeling like I slept the whole day. But it is really hard to get rid of. I know the dream version of myself, she doesn't wake up at 2 p.m. She wakes up at 8 a.m., maybe 9 a.m. and does her job and goes on with her day. That's, for example, a habit that I'm working on currently. Or I want to work out more, so I try to go to the gym more often because I think the dream version of myself, she really takes care of her body and goes to the gym, works out, nourishes her body. Kind of funny that I'm saying this while I'm drinking a energy drink, but I was really nervous filming this video, and I still am. And when I get nervous, I get either really anxious or really tired. And right now I'm at a point where I'm kind of tired, so I'm drinking this energy drink, okay? Dream version of myself also really likes energy drinks. Think about habits you want to implement and habits you want to get rid of. My tip, honestly, when you think about habits, is to not think about too many, because most of the time, if you try to implement too many habits at once, or if you want to have too many habits that you don't have right now in your life, you're gonna fail. I always preach in starting in like small steps. Think about one habit that you want to get rid of. Think about one habit you want to implement instead. First, you got to think. You got to really get into the mindset of, this is what I want to do. And you have to keep telling yourself every day you want to do it. Every day, I want you to look at the mirror and I want you to tell yourself, I am going to be the dream version of myself. And really first get into the mindset. And I think once you get into the mindset first, it's a lot easier to take action. Let's say for me, if I keep telling myself, I want to wake up early, I'm going to be reminded of that the whole day. When like 10 o'clock hits, 11 o'clock hits, I am going to think about, okay, I have to go to bed, not right now. It's so much easier than instead of me forcing myself and being like, I don't really want to go to bed, but I guess I have to. Then maybe I'll do it once or twice and then I stop. First, think of it, then take small action and increase those small actions over time. So then it becomes a big action and you implemented your habit. This is kind of connected to that, but I also want you to have a routine. The best thing is to have a routine in your life. But if you're like me, I really don't like routines. I associate routines with boringness. I think having a routine is being predictable. And like every day I'm doing the same thing. You can view it as that, or you can view it as something that grounds yourself. Something that you can always go back on if you get off track with something. Let's say you go traveling and then you come back, you know you have a nice morning routine, you know you have a good evening routine that you can go back into so easy because you already did that before you went to travel. But if you don't have any routine, you come back from your travel, you're like, what am I gonna do now? You know, like it's just your life is like spread out. As much as I like my freedom and being spontaneous and really just going with my mood, I also really like having a routine in a sense where I know it grounds me, especially if you're struggling with anxiety. A routine can help you so much because you're familiar with it. It's your comfort zone. You do it every time, so you know what's going to happen next. Because for me, I hate it when I wake up in the morning and I wake up with anxiety, because I often wake up with anxiety, and then I go on my phone and then I don't know what to do. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to do. And then it just stresses me out more, you know? In that scenario, it would be good to have a routine because I know I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go walk my dog, I'm going to go do yoga, and then I'm going to go shower, and then I'm going to have a nice nourishing meal. If you can implement a morning routine, the morning really sets your day, and I am a true believer of that. If you start your day on a positive note, you will have a much easier time to have a good day. You can wake up with a bad mood, you can wake up anxious, whatever it is, and you can still choose to make a day better, especially if you have a morning routine. If the routine is something that calms you, that makes you feel good about yourself, you're gonna forget about your bad mood that you woke up with. And trust me, every time I fell on my laurels is when I didn't have a routine. It has to be something that you do for yourself and you enjoy doing it, because it's easy to have a routine when you feel good. It's easy to do all these things when you feel good, but it's hard to do that when you feel sad, and it's even harder to pull yourself back out of your little pity hole if you feel bad about yourself. One thing I would also really advise you to do, if you can, is to connect to your body in some sort of way. I really like to do this in my morning, so I always, every day, I do yoga or I do some sort of mindful practice. Actually, I do yoga every day, but sometimes I also really like to journal. I try to implement it more to actually do it every day, but realistically, I sometimes just forget about it, or like I don't prioritize it as much, but it's okay because my mindful practice is yoga, and I would highly advise you to have a mindful practice during your day whenever you can. Best thing would be to do it in the morning, because then you have a mindful start in your day, because it really helps you to connect to your body, to get to know yourself and your body more. And when you get to know yourself more, you respect yourself more. You have more love for yourself. And that's when you're able to elevate and grow as a person. If you come up from a place of love, you are going to see a lot more results than if you come from a place of hate. No one hated themselves into becoming better. If you want to be better, you have to be kind to yourself, and you have to believe in yourself. You have to come from a positive mind. So some mindful practices that I really like to do, as I said, you can either do yoga, you can do meditation, you can do journaling, lay some tarot cards. There's also like other affirmation cards, or listen to affirmation, listen to a mindful podcast, listen to a podcast that really uplifts you. I know a lot of people don't like journaling because they never know what to write, but I say if you just start writing, if you just dump your thoughts, all your thoughts, first thing in the morning onto a page, things will come up your mind. Trust me. I always think, oh, I don't have anything to write about, and then I start writing. I say, hi journal, and then I'm like, right now I feel like this. And then I write a whole page about what's going on in my mind. And it just feels so good to dump all your thoughts out and to see it all on paper written down. I know meditation is hard for a lot of people, especially people who are not used to, doing mindful practices. So I would really suggest journaling is an easy way to get into a positive mindset, or listening to self-affirmative quotes, affirmations, songs, podcasts, whatever it is. It could also just be you making your coffee and turning off the music and be in silent with your thoughts. Like that could be a great mindful practice too. One thing I also really like to do is to keep a gratitude journal. Always be grateful for the things you have. Every day before I go to bed, I open my gratitude journal and I write down one thing I was grateful for that day. You can also use the notes app on your phone, or you can just write it in your normal journal or whatever. You don't even have to write it down. You can also only think about it. If you think there's nothing to be grateful for, you have eyesight right now to watch this video. You have hearing that you can hear my voice throughout this video. You have a device you can watch this video on. This is something to be grateful for. Like so many things to be grateful for. And I think most of the time we just forget. We just always strive for more. We want to get better. And we're never satisfied with what we have. You can never glow up. You can never transform if you come from a scarcity mindset. If you think, I don't have this, I have to get this, or I don't have enough, I have to get better, you're not gonna become better. If you come from an abundant mindset, you attract abundance. If you come from a scarcity mindset, you attract scarcity. Be clear about what you're grateful for. For example, yesterday I wrote down that I was grateful to see my mom because I just saw her and we went grocery shopping. It's a very boring thing to do maybe, but for me, it's just something I'm so grateful for, to have a mom to go grocery shopping with. Like it just makes me so happy, I'm also a huge believer that if you are grateful for things, if you put things out of there that you're grateful for, the universe will attract more of this. Everything you put out of there, the universe will give back to you. If you trust in the universe and you trust in your guidance and you trust in yourself, that you are worthy of receiving things and that you are worthy of having those things that you have. Gratitude is also a very, very powerful tool for manifestation. If you want to manifest something in your life, you got to be appreciative of the things that you already have. Also, if you are grateful for things, you will see how many good things are happening to you. Instead of focusing on the negatives, you'll see everything good that you have in your life, everything that you can be grateful for. You program yourself to see the good things because you will see the good things that are coming into your life. You will interact with those things, so you'll attract them towards your life. I hope what I'm trying to say makes sense right now. Always, trust the universe. Always be like, yes, the universe, thank you. The universe is going to be, yes, more of that, Also, if you want to manifest something, you have to be in the right headspace for it. You have to believe that you're worthy of receiving it. And you have to keep telling yourself this and truly, truly, with all your heart, believe that you are. A lot easier to just say that, and maybe people think it's easy, but it's not easy to get into the mindset of being able to receive things. We grew up learning that we always have to give, but then we never learn how to receive things. I'm pretty sure most of you guys watching right now love giving gifts. You know how to give gifts, but how are you going to receive gifts? For me, it's just so awkward when someone gives me a gift. I'm like, thanks. Obviously I get excited, but I just get a lot more joy into giving gifts, to be honest. But maybe that's also just me. Also, if you want to manifest something, you have to make space for it. Getting rid of everything that you don't need, physically and also internally, and also from your people in your environment. Get rid of toxic friends. If friendships are not serving you, why are you friends with them? Are you really gonna give your energy out of these people who do not elevate your life? Are those people that bring my mood down whenever I hang out with them? I am sure we all have those friends that, when they're in a bad mood, they let it out on everyone. And then you also get into a bad mood. Do you really want to have friends like that? I don't think so. Also, declutter stuff in your life. I hate when my apartment gets messy, so I always try to make a deep clean every now and then and really get rid of my things. Just as Marie Kondo says, if it doesn't spark happiness, throw it out, give it away, donate it, sell it, whatever you want to do with it. I personally like to sell my old clothes. Whatever is easier for you, just get rid of it. A clean environment, a clean house represents a clean mind, and it makes room to receive new items. If you live in a cluttered space, your mind's going to be cluttered, and I'm pretty sure the dream version of you does not have a cluttered room or apartment. If you struggle with keeping up a clean space, I would also recommend you watch my video where I clean my depression apartment with you. That one's really disgusting, but if you need cleaning motivation, then that video is very inspirational. Also, get rid of things that you associate bad things with. If someone made you a gift and you hate that person now, why would you keep their gift? I don't want to be reminded of that bad energy. I don't want to be reminded of that bad time I had. I don't want to be reminded of a bad person. So get rid of their stuff, okay? Heck, you don't even need to throw it away. You can put it in a box and put it somewhere away that it's not in your apartment, like in your basement or whatever. You don't need to throw your memories out or anything. I'm not saying that, but get it out of sight. I'm gonna promise you're gonna feel so much better once you decluttered your life. I just feel like it's like a little cleanse, a reset, a physical reset I can do to just feel better about myself. I know that I'm taking care of myself if I keep a clean environment. Okay, I think the energy drink is hitting me right now. I'm getting all energetic. You deserve love. You can achieve everything that you want to achieve. You can be the person that you want to be. Even if the whole world is against you, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be the one to get yourself up and do something to choose yourself every day. No one's gonna help you. I'm gonna tell you, more people will try to bring you down than to actually help you. Know that the universe is with you. If you have a desire for something, it is probably your spirit guides giving you a sign that you are destined to receive that. Because if you're not destined to receive that, you wouldn't have those thoughts. So if you want to manifest something and you really believe into it, you have a dream, know that it is meant for you and that you just have to find your path into receiving it. You just have to find a way to get to it. The universe is gonna do wonders and will bring everything to you. I hope this video inspired some of you guys out there. Let me know in the comments down below what habit you want to work on and what habit you want to implement. For me, it's definitely me getting up earlier. I want to get rid of waking up late and I want to implement getting up early. So let me know in the comments down below what yours is. I'm so excited to read all of your guys' comments. So again, thank you so much for watching up until this point. You are so appreciated just for the fact that you watched my video until this end. Like, let me give you a kiss. There's so much love in this world. It's something the world will never run out of. So if there's so much, you're gonna receive some too. If you think you're worthy of receiving it, I'm telling you, you are. Okay? I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye. See you soon.